Hello everybody, this is Elliot from ETJ English, and today we're talking about some expressions, but not the usual expressions we talk about on this channel. These are going to be a little bit more formal. So my previous videos about expressions have been really popular, especially one of the early videos I made about common British English expressions. However, most of these were informal, so today we're going to be focusing on some more formal expressions because loads of you have been requesting it, so today's the day. So we're going to go straight into it, and of course I am a pronunciation teacher, so we are going to be talking about the pronunciation of some of these things as well. I think first impressions are the most important, which is why we're going to start with introductions. So how do you introduce yourself formally? There are many different ways. I always recommend a handshake, whether you are male or female. Handshakes are widely accepted here in the UK, and it's how we introduce ourselves. People have their own different ways of greeting people, maybe that they've first met, maybe it's for a business meeting or something. Some people might just say hello, or others might say good morning or good afternoon. It's really up to you. So let's just talk about the intonation with these words. Hello. Okay, hello. Now what we're doing there is we have two syllables in the word hello, right? And what we want to do is to show that we're a friendly person by doing this mixture of a rising, falling tone, hello. And what that does is it just adds a friendliness to our voice. A little bit of emotion shows that we're a friendly, approachable person. So practice taking that tone up, down, hello. It really helps. In England, we really rely on intonation to show what kind of a person we are, really. And the same thing with good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We're just rising, and then falling to show we've finished. Good morning. Myself, I would say, hello, Elliot, nice to meet you. Okay, hello, Elliot, nice to meet you. And all we do is show the hand for a shake when we introduce our name, to show this is my name, I'm a friendly person, nice to meet you. Going down, nice to meet you. Or if you want to create the T sound, nice to meet you, meet you. Or nice to meet you. So there are three different ways: meet you, or meet you. Three different ways, they are all British. And then I would usually follow up with a nice, friendly, so how's your day been so far? So how's your day been so far? Now, if you've watched my videos about intonation, I have explained before that an open question, we will usually use a falling tone. So how's your day been so far? Going down. In another one of my expressions videos, I talked about how we'd say, all right, to say hello to people informally, right? Now, this we would use a rising tone because it's a yes/no question. Yes, I'm all right. No, I'm not. All right. And that's how it works. And now that we've spoken about greeting people, what about if we need to apologise to these people? It's really difficult to sound friendly and formal at the same time when we're actually apologising, right? You could just say, sorry. But I always find that the word sorry doesn't have enough that's the only way to explain it. So you need to kind of show how sorry you are. If you've done something really bad, you've made a mistake, maybe it's your first day at work, you need to show how sorry you are. And if you need to be formal, let me tell you. I apologise for any inconvenience caused. I apologise, starting with a nice sound there. I apologise for any inconvenience caused, meaning I'm sorry for any problem I may have caused. You could even say I'm awfully sorry. Now again, there are different ways of pronouncing the word awfully. Some people will not pronounce the schwa sound like I did just then, and it would be awfully. Or you could say awfully. I'm awfully sorry. Entirely up to you. Most people will say awfully. I'm awfully sorry. Now, intonation with this, we want to stress the the word that makes it bigger, and that's awfully, right? So we need to give more power to that word to show how really sorry we are. I'm awfully sorry. And of course, falling tone at the end to show that we've finished. So let's just practice awfully, awfully. And the very important word, sorry, sorry, round shape with the mouth, sorry. Because an American would say sorry. We want the oh to make us sound nice and British. Now you can just say, oh, I'm really sorry, or I'm so sorry. Just remember to add more pressure into that really or so, just to show that you really are. I'm really sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sometimes you might even just say, my mistake, I'm sorry. So there are many different ways of doing it. I would always say if you're saying the word sorry, add a few more words in the beginning to quantify how sorry you are about something. How about if we need to request someone to do something for us? Maybe you've just got a really good managerial job in an office and now you need to boss people around, tell them what to do, right? Well, let's try and find some ways to say it politely. I'm going to tell you about 3 really important words. These are used so much in England especially. Could you just? I need someone to do some paperwork for me. Could you just fill out this paperwork for me, please? Could you just? Could you just? You becomes a weak form. Yeah. Could you just fill out this paperwork for me, please? And it's just making it sound really polite. We don't want to sound rude, so we're just asking them if they could possibly just do this for us. So remember those words, could you just, and also for me. So could you just do this for me, for me, please. Don't forget the please. The reason we say for me is to say this is a request from me to you. Formal, okay? We're being friendly. Now, if we were being informal, we'd probably just say, can you do this for me, please? We can also say, would you mind filling out some paperwork for me? Again, finish with for me and please. Could you possibly, when we're asking someone to do something, especially when we're using the word could, we're going to start quite high with our tone. Could you just? Now, my favorite one, if you're really annoyed with someone, I've told you in one of my previous videos, you could tell someone to piss off or tell someone that you are pissed off. Oh, I'm so pissed off. But that's very informal. It's rude and it's very British. We are quite rude people. We can be at times. I mean, just look into our history. We're dreadful people. But if you are annoyed and you want to express how annoyed you are, your frustration, then here are just a couple sentences that can help you sound formal when you do this. It's quite an inconvenience. It's quite, and I've stressed quite, an inconvenience. It's quite an inconvenience that our system broke down yesterday. It's quite an inconvenience. This one I use quite a lot. I'm not particularly happy with it. Now this word, let's talk about the word particularly. There are different ways of pronouncing it. When we're talking fast, most people will probably just say particularly, particularly. And that's just us being lazy. It's us avoiding saying a long word, particularly. But really you should be saying particularly, particularly. And that just means, well, I'm kind of annoyed. I'm not very happy with this situation. So I'm not particularly happy with your coursework. I'm not particularly happy with your homework. It could have been better. And that's your lot. It's only a few sentences, but it turns out that you can explain one sentence in so much detail, especially when it comes to pronunciation. Now, if pronunciation is your thing, that thing you're focusing on, well, don't worry, because it's my thing too. And I have an online course, the link's in the description box below, and it basically teaches you everything you need to have a perfectly clear, confident, and British sounding accent. You'll also have me on WhatsApp providing voice messages, and we kind of chat to each other and I give you feedback and advice throughout. So if you're interested, just go to the link below and you can join my online course. Anyway, if not, I will see you in the next video. As always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers, guys. Bye.